to BioXplaining, and as you all know that the board exams are approaching. So right now a lot of schools are having their pre-boards and a few of them will be having it in the month of December, end of December to early Jan. So we are all prepping for the board exams, right? ICSE Class 10 students, this is especially for you all. So the objective of this series will be to practice the entire biology syllabus through 150 one-word answers or name the following questions. So I hope it's helpful for you all. And as prerequisites, please be ready with a paper and a pen so that you can jot down your answers, and then while I go through the answers, you can tally them and see how many you've gotten correct. Well, so these are the first 5 questions and you have 30 seconds to solve them. So right now, please get started with the 5 and then we'll check them. Get started. I hope you all are done. Chalo, let's start seeing what the correct answers are. The first one, the stage where chromosomes arrange at the equator. So basically the stage, we mean to say that we are talking about the stage of your cell division, that where the chromosomes arrange at the equator. So as we know that if this is a cell and at the end the centrioles are present, the spindle fibers will come out from that region, and at the center the chromosomes are arranged, right? So what is this phase known as? If you have written metaphase, then you have got the correct answer. Okay, let's go to the second one. Transmission of characters through generations. So basically by this we mean that from the parents, the children will be inheriting some characters and traits. Like a lot of you will look like your father, a lot of you will resemble your mom. Then from the children, a few characters will go to the grandchildren. So one generation after the other, these characters will get passed on. So if you have written heredity, then you have gotten the correct answer. Third, movement of liquid through a selectively permeable membrane. So selectively permeable membrane or semi-permeable membrane, both can be considered here. So technically, say this is a selectively permeable membrane that we have. This is solution A, this is solution B, right? In solution A, say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 water molecules. In B, say we have 1, 2, 3 water molecules. Okay. So now what will happen? The water molecules will be moving from region A to region B, right? Where they are present in a greater concentration to where lesser concentration is present. So such kind of movement is known as osmosis. So if you have written osmosis, that's a correct answer. Fourth one, the pressure exerted by cell contents on the cell wall. Say I'll draw a miniature diagram here. Say this is the cell wall. This is the membrane and the further inner contents, whatever is present. Now these contents will give a certain pressure to the cell wall, and alternately the cell wall will also give equal pressure. So the pressure that the contents will give on the cell wall is what we call to be the turgor pressure. Okay, so if you have written turgor pressure, then that is your correct answer. Fifth one, we'll see the structure in which the testes are present. So we all know that in the male body, the testes are present outside the abdomen, right? It is not present inside the abdomen. It's present outside the abdomen, right? Why is it present outside the abdomen? Because the temperature needed for sperm formation, spermatogenesis, is around 2 to 3 degrees centigrade lower than the body temperature. So hence the testes are well protected in a sac-like structure outside the body. So what is the name of that structure? It is known as the scrotum, or if you have also written the scrotal sac, then you have gotten the correct answer. Well, so these are the next set of questions, question number 6 to 10. The timer will begin for 30 seconds and I hope you all can finish solving these in 30 seconds. In case anybody needs more time, pause the video and then get your answers done. Okay, get started. Okay, so the process of attachment of the fertilized ovum to the uterine wall. That is, after the ovum gets fertilized by the sperm, now the zygote has been formed. The zygote starts its division, and when it reaches the blastocyst stage, it comes and gets attached to the uterine wall, the wall of the uterus, that is the endometrium, right? So this process is known as implantation. If you've written implantation, that is a correct answer. 7. Term used for the production and maturation of sperms in testes. This is spermatogenesis. The spermatogenesis is the production of sperms inside the seminiferous tubules present in the lobules of the testis. Then, number 8, the part of the reproductive system concerned with the supply of nutrition from the mother to the fetus. Nutrition. So, the connecting link between the mother and the child in the womb is the placenta. So, if you've written placenta, give it a tick. Number 9, the chemical used to test starch. Right. So, this one is starch has a helical structure. Okay, what do we say? We say that starch has a helical structure. It looks like a helix, a crude way of drawing it like this. So what happens is the chemical used to test starch, that is iodine solution, this iodine can get integrated into the grooves of this helical structure. ठीक है ना? It gets integrated into the grooves of the helical structure. So technically what happens that when iodine gets integrated into the helical structure, so in the presence of starch, iodine in the presence of starch gives a blue-black coloration. It gives a blue-black color. So that is a positive test for starch. If blue-black color is present, then we say that yes, starch is present on adding of iodine solution. Understandable? 10th one, 2 aquatic plants. That means those that live in water. So basically water plants we can say, which can be used for experiment of photosynthesis. One common water plant that can be used is hydrilla, right? We know that. So hydrilla is one answer. And the other one is elodea. What is this elodea? This elodea, is a kind of a water weed. So this can also be used for the various experiments of photosynthesis underwater. Hydrilla and elodea. Clear? So we are done with the first 10 questions. Now get started with question number 11 to 15. All the best. Okay, so done with these 5, name the following. Now let us tally the answers. What is there in the 11th one? Openings on the stem through which transpiration occurs. So on the stem there are openings known as the lenticels. Through these lenticels the transpiration can occur. What is transpiration? I hope we all know that transpiration refers to the loss of water in the form of water vapor. Loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of a plant. What do we mean when we say the aerial parts of a plant? Aerial parts means parts that are exposed to the air. Okay. So the lenticels are the part that is present in the stem through which minute amount of transpiration can occur. What do we have in the next question? 3 intrinsic factors that reduce transpiration. Now please note intrinsic factors. A lot of students see such kind of questions and jump into just writing factors that affect transpiration. Intrinsic matlab these are the factors within the plant, okay, that will be reducing transpiration. So first we have sunken stomata. Okay, sunken stomata is seen in case of plants such as nerium. So if the stomata are sunken, it prevents excessive loss of water as water vapor. Second, we have narrow leaves, right? Narrow leaves matlab that say if you have a broad leaf like this, and as compared to that if we have a thin or a narrow leaf like this. So this second one has lesser amount of area exposed to the air, to the sun. So lesser transpiration will happen from here. And third point that we have is the thick cuticle. So cuticle basically prevents transpiration. Just like when you get chapped lips. So just like when you get chapped lips, we apply some petroleum jelly, Vaseline kind of thing so that more dehydration doesn't occur. Same thing. In plants also the cuticle is present. It is a waxy kind of coating which will prevent excessive transpiration. Third, closure of the cuspid valves produce this sound. So when I'm talking about cuspid valves are two of them are present. One is your bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve is also known as the mitral or the mitral valve. Okay. This one is present on the left side of the heart, between the left and the left auricle and between left ventricle. And the other cuspid valve that we have, that is the tricuspid valve. This one is present on the right side of the heart. Okay? So the closure of these valves will produce the sound lub. Then, process by which WBCs engulf foreign particles. This is simple, right? Phagocytosis. All of us must be knowing this. Then, matter present in the inner portion of the cerebrum. Take note, inner portion and cerebrum. So this one is the white matter. Okay? So I guess 11 to 15 is clear for all. Okay. So let's check our answers. First, stage of cell division where sister chromatids separate, right? So the answer is anaphase. Now, let's have a quick understanding that as we saw in the starting of this video, that the metaphase stage was something like this, that the spindle fibers were there and the chromosomes were all very nicely aligned in one plane at the equator, right? So that was the metaphase. What happened after the metaphase? After the metaphase, what happened was that everything remain to be the same. The spindle fibers are there as it is. Only the chromosomes which were like this, now they have gotten separated into these two separate sister chromatids. Okay. So what we see in anaphase is that the sister chromatids have separated and now gradually they'll start going towards the poles. Okay. Then cell organelle directly involved in genetics. So this is the nucleus. Because we know, right, that the chromatin fibers, DNA, all of it is stuffed inside the nucleus. Then process by which water enters the root hair cells. So the answer here is osmosis. A lot of you might also write endosmosis because the water enters, since it's specifically mentioned. So both osmosis and endosmosis are correct. Condition of a cell when placed in a hypotonic solution. This is going to be turgid. What happens in a hypotonic solution? Say this is a cell present and outside you have a hypotonic solution. So your hypotonic solution has greater number of water molecules as compared to the inside of the cell. So the water molecules will get into the cell. As a result, the cell will swell up. Right? The cell will swell up. So this is known as the turgid condition. And last for this set 20, the accessory gland whose secretion activates the sperm. This is going to be the seminal vesicle. Okay. So I guess we are all good with the first 20 name the following or one word answers that we have practiced today. Well, so if you think that this has been useful for you regarding your practice for the upcoming board examination, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel BioXplaining. And yes, stay tuned for the next part. Thank you.